Right, well, everyone recovered from their hangovers. Tremendous. Okay, today what we're going to do, to be honest, I haven't got a clue at the minute, but I'll make it up as I go along like I normally do. I'm going to endeavour not to go over too much what was covered yesterday. Just be aware that of what we did cover yesterday and observe those same things being used again, albeit in a different context. Before this morning's break, I'm just thinking best thing to do. Yeah, I'll demo some stuff prior to actually explaining why I've done what I've done and what I was actually doing. So this is more a case of either observing or participating, feeling it for real, what have you. As the day goes on, when I broke it down into why I did, what was actually going on, then I will also explain to you how those techniques can be used in different areas, whether that be, I'm not even going to say speed seduction, but they could be, or sales, or stress management, group sessions, one-to-one, whatever, because at the end of the day, the linguistic techniques, it's just what context you put them into, what you're attaching value to. So, to begin with, what I would like to do, perhaps, is it's 10:05. I'd like to imagine that you're all here for a group therapy session, which is going to be a bit fucked up in so much as I don't know which of you want to stop smoking, I don't know which of you want to lose weight, I don't know which of you have got phobias.
You don't know which of us want to lose weight. You are a comedy man.
I take it you're volunteering yourself for that. But no, on a serious note, you know, normally group sessions will be a room full of smokers or a room full of weight loss people or a room full... They'd all have the same thing, so that obviously what you're doing, you can make it damn sight more specific, relevant to the particular problem or issue that you're dealing with. So for the purposes of this example, I'm going to do basically what I would do for a group treatment session, but obviously I'm not going to refer to smoking or to weight loss or to anything like that. It's going to be up to you as the client in the audience to, when I ask you to visualise certain things, visualise them in terms of whatever your particular problem, issue, whether that's real or imagined, and if you haven't got a problem or issue to deal with, then just think of it in terms of, I don't know, being more confident or more successful or just bloody make some up. Because the important thing about this is you just, basically the order of what I'm doing, things like that, yeah? Do we all understand each other? Tremendous. Just makes a bit more sense than writing it down on there and saying this is this and this is that. So, we'll imagine you're all here. Same thing would normally happen, music, but couldn't be bothered bringing a PA system. And it would be something like, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what's going to be for most of you here this evening, I'm sure, truly interesting, informative and life-changing hour or so. No, it's a very similar script, just a few words different. Life-changing hour or so. Now, for all of you here this evening, whatever your personal problem or issue once was in the past before you came here, you're going to find that when you leave here, whatever used to bother you will no longer bother you, worry you, or concern you in any way, shape or form. That is assuming that you are ready and decided, made that intelligent decision that today is the time to make those changes. So what I need to know, first of all, I don't need to know, for this example, what your particular problem, issue or desire is. But what I would like to know, clearly, loudly, from each and every one of you, is that you've actually made that decision yourself here today without just a wife or a husband or a friend or family member giving you earache and telling you you've got to do this, because, you know, in those circumstances things don't tend to work. If you truly want this to happen for you here today, as I'm sure you do, then you'll find that this will indeed be very effective for you. Okay? So what I need to know is, are you all ready to make those changes within your life here today, yeah?
Yes.
it would be nice to actually think that you sounded as though you actually meant that, okay? You're all ready to make those changes in your life here today?
Yes.
That's much better, because all you really need to do for the next 30 or 40 minutes is listen to the sound of my voice, okay? All I'm going to be doing is giving you some very simple mental exercises. There's nothing weird, there's nothing strange about this. In order that you can visualise certain things in your mind's eye. Now, a lot of people tell me at these sort of events they're not very good at visualising things. So if I say close your eyes and think of a television screen in your mind's eye, some people say, well, I can't see the television screen. If you fall into that category, do not worry in the slightest. Think the word television screen instead. It will still have that same positive effect on your mind, enabling you to remain and continue being the person you become by walking through that door here today. So what I need to start off with is some volunteer, okay? Which means that I'm not going to pick on you, but a volunteer from the audience just to demonstrate something. So who'd like to... Tremendous. Give him a round of applause. He makes his way to the front. Take a seat there, sir. That's wonderful. Tremendous. What's your name, sir?
Simon.
Nice to meet you, Simon. Now, I don't want to know at this time why you've come here today. What I would like you to do, whether it's the particular problem or issue you came with, or whether it's some other issue, emotional situation, or something that really angered you, pissed you off in the past, just sort of think of something, one thing of that kind of description that was sort of in the past, but if you think about it right now, it sort of pisses you off. I don't want you to tell me, it's personal and private to you, okay?
Okay.
Well, I'd like you to just close your eyes for a few moments, okay? And visualise that in your mind's eye. And see it as it once was in the past, okay? You know that time when it was big, bright, clear? It was close, it was loud. It felt really painful, it pissed you off. Okay, now on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being no problem whatsoever, and 10 being the worst it ever could be, you know, that sort of almost suicidal feeling, fucking really angry. How high up that scale, if you had to give it a mark from 0 to 10, would that be the intensity of that right now?
8.
About an 8, okay? What I'd like you to do is just open your eyes. What I'm going to suggest to you is going to seem somewhat rather strange and weird. Don't worry. There is a good reason for this. Just go with it, give it a try. What I'd like you to do is just close your eyes once again. I'm going to count to 3, and what I'd like you to do on the count of 3, thinking about that time in the past that made you feel an 8, okay? That high up the scale. On the count of 3, I want you to just touch, and you won't know how you know, but you'll just know instinctively where that feeling's coming from within yourself, okay? It doesn't matter if this feels daft to you, but in a way that's right for you, on the count of 3, instantly take your hand, touch it to the part of your body where you feel that that feeling that was bad in the past was coming from. 1, 2, 3. Just about there. Keep your hand there. That's brilliant. Now this is going to sound really weird, but this time on the count of 3, I'd like you to imagine reaching inside yourself. And whatever it is inside that was causing those feelings in the past, when it used to bother you, worry you and concern you, just imagine reaching inside and pulling out that object, that feeling, that thing, whatever it is for you, whatever feels right for you. Imagine pulling that out of yourself and getting hold of it in your left hand that's currently in that position. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Reach inside yourself, pull that thing out, and you just pull it out, feel it coming out, you know, just actually mind taking it out, feel pulling it out. That's brilliant. Get tight hold of it in your hand. That's brilliant. Keep it tight in your hand, keep it there. Because whilst it's there, it can no longer bother you, worry you, or concern you in the way it once did in the past, when it used to be an issue, problem, thought or motivation in your life. What I'd like you to do now, you don't need to open your hand, you don't know how you know, but you just know within that on the count of 3, you'll instantly, in your mind's eye, know exactly what shape that object, feeling, or whatever it is. And if you feel you don't know, just decide on what shape it would be if you did know. So 1, 2, 3. What shape would it be?
Ball.
A ball. What, like a round ball sort of thing, yeah? Cool. And you know, if you knew exactly what sort of texture that was, whether it was hard, soft, squishy, what sort of texture would that ball be?
Hot.
Hot. Hot. Okay. So that's the temperature's hot. But you know, can you squash it? Is it hard? Is it prickly? Is it what?
It's hard.
It's hard. Okay, so it's a hard, hot ball where all those negative things of the past are stored, yeah? All those things that used to bother you, worry you, and concern you, yeah? Stored within that hot, round, solid ball, yeah? Now, I don't know how you're going to know this, but your subconscious mind can be relied upon at all times to give you the answer that's correct for you. Just as your subconscious mind allows you to breathe at night while you're asleep without any conscious effort, just as your subconscious mind helps all the blood circulate around your body without any conscious effort, so you can rely on your subconscious mind to give you the answer that's correct for you. So, on the count of 3, you're going to find that even if you don't know how you know, that you'll know what you need to do in terms of, first of all, what colour would you need to change that object into so that it would no longer bother you, worry you, or concern you in the way it once did in the past. 1, 2, 3. What colour would be totally right and feel good for you right now?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay? This is going to sound really mad, but in your mind's eye, just imagine that now you can take the colour yellow, let it flood down your head, down your arm, into there, so that it totally covers all those things from the past. It totally eliminates, totally gone, right now gone. And it's yellow, it's positive, it feels good, it's feeling better. Yeah? But you still know that it's kind of there just that little bit because you've got the, you know, it's still round and it's still kind of solid and it's still a bit hot. So on the count of 3, in a way that feels right for you, what I'd like you to do is imagine the way that's best for you to cool that ball down. So the heat becomes lower and lower and lower and lower and lower until it fades away and disappears completely and doesn't bother you. So 1, 2, 3, start cooling that ball down. And it's just kind of useful for me to know what way are you doing that, because it's different for everyone. Some people pour water on, some people use imaginary fire extinguishers.
It's under a tap.
It's under a tap. That's right for you, yeah? That feels good. Tremendous. Brilliant. So now it's cool and it's yellow and it's really starting to get positive inside, growing stronger. You need to change the way that that feels, okay? We're going to change the feeling of that object. So it's round at the moment. If that could be the perfect shape for you, if that could be the perfect consistency for you, so it was no longer hard, it was easy to move forward, and it was no longer solid and locked there as it once was in the past. It's free-flowing, moving, and easy to continue forward. What shape would you mould that into?
Like a cylinder or something, then I can twist it.
That's good. Well, just imagine doing that. That's great. If you feel it's easier to do that moving your hands, that's what's right for you. Turn it into that cylinder that feels right for you inside right now. And notice how good that feels as you start to do that. Brilliant, as you take control of that situation completely. And obviously, finally, do you want that to stay as it is, as that yellow, cool, cold cylinder that's solid, or do you want to change the consistency a bit now?
Make it soft, pliable.
And what do you think would be the best way of doing that?
Just with your hands. So I can change it whenever I want.
Okay, well, just prove to yourself how well that works in your mind's eye, That's tremendous. Signing a signal to yourself of how you've taken control of something that used to bother you in the past. Now, we have to put that back inside so that you know it can never bother you, worry you, or concern you in the way it once did in the past. Does that take another close look at it? Is that the way that's right for you now? Yellow, cold, cylinder, pliable, flexible. Is that right for you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, this time on the count of 3, you're going to take that yellow, soft, feels good inside right now, cylinder, and place it back into your body, but in a place that's right for you. Some people put it back where it once was before, but realising right now everything's changed. Other people decide that they want to make that movement somewhere else. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Imagine putting it back. Notice how good that feels. Push it in there. Make sure it's locked, glued, welded, cemented in place. Just make sure in your mind's eye, I don't know if you know, whatever feels right for you, that it's locked, glued, welded, cemented in place. Some people imagine staple gun in it, some imagine gluing it, some imagine nailing it there. It doesn't really matter. Just so long as you know in your mind's eye right now how much better that feels than it once did before. And when you're certain in your mind's eye, just let me know. That's brilliant. What I'd like you to do is just open your eyes. Thank you very much indeed. What I'd like you to do now, one final thing, you just close your eyes. Brilliant. What I'd like you to do is just try to imagine the way things once used to be. Okay? When it used to bother you, worry you, and concern you, when it used to be a number 8, that thing that once happened in the past, and I'd like you to notice that if you try to get those intensity feelings back, that the more you try, the more sort of impossible it is. It's almost laughable. When you look back on it, you notice how good you feel, because something you once thought would be difficult becomes so ridiculously easy. Yeah? On a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the worst it ever could have been, and 0 being no problem whatsoever, how much lower down the scale are we at now? If you had to give it a number.
0.
0. Honestly? Brilliant. Thank you, sir. Give this gentleman a round of applause. Okay. Each of you is here with a different issue, problem, concern, or whatever today, whereas normally it would be smoking, weight loss, a particular thing. Changes can happen in your life as quickly as that. The irony of it is, as the day goes on, in this situation, normally in a group session, they're gone, you don't see the people again. But as the day goes on, by the end of the day, I'll come back and ask you another question. Because the bizarre thing is, by the end of the day, you'll find that sort of maybe by even lunchtime today, when you try and think about that situation, it will get to a point where it actually does become laughable, and you think, why did I waste all that time? As for the rest of you guys and girls, you could be here all day and get you all up one by one. I will get some more of you up later one by one, but I'm going to try something with each and every one of you in the room, okay, if that's okay? Are we ready for change?
Yes.
Tremendous. And that being the case, what I'd like you to do for this, don't worry about notes in terms of this event, because it's all on here, is clear your laps, get yourself as sort of comfy as you can in these somewhat slightly dodgy chairs. And that doesn't mean bring the sofa bed in from out there. Tremendous. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Whatever your particular issue, problem, habit, whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. I want you to focus on that during the course of the next 25-30 minutes. We're going to do this together. In terms of this event, I'm cutting it a bit short just to get the example across, as I will explain later. But that doesn't matter, because if any of you have got other issues, we'll get you up later on and do something a bit more. Okay, what I'd like each and every one of you to do then is, however daft it may sound, and it's not going to be any dafter than what we've just demonstrated to you. It's just that you're in control at all times. So what I'd like you to do, having made that intelligent decision to change, get yourself as comfortable as you can in this position, in a way that feels right for you. And then I'd just like you to close your eyes. And I know it feels somewhat strange sometimes to be sat in a room with people with your eyes closed right now, realising that as you listen to my voice, as nonsensical as many of the things I will say to you and ask you to take control of your life right now, you will realise that it becomes so much easier over the course of the next few minutes to allow yourself to relax. Many people often find, as they keep their eyes tightly closed at all times, that it's so much easier just to think of a time in your life when you felt confident, happy, relaxed, on top of the world. One of those times when you felt that sense of achievement inside, when you sort of felt invincible. It might have been a time when you were bathing on a beach. It might have been a time when you won an award. It might have been a time when you got a job promotion, the birth of a new member of the family. And if you can't think of one right now, just imagine how good that would feel in a way that feels right for you. That's brilliant. And just allow all those positive feelings, thoughts, emotions inside growing strong and positive and good right now to flood your body from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. As you relax more, with each second that passes by, I'm going to count in a few moments' time from 10 down to 1. And I'd love you to allow yourself, to allow your wonderful powers of intelligence, imagination and concentration, to allow each count backwards to be a sign and a signal to change your life right now. Whatever your personal problem, issue, habit or complaint once was in the past, make that decision to yourself today that now is the time for change. And with every gentle breath that you take, every noise that you hear, every word that I say and every thought that you think, just serving as a sign and a signal to relax more completely. Would you allow your mind to wander free into those wonderful feelings of that time in your life where you felt on top of the world? It doesn't matter if you hear my voice loud like this. It doesn't matter if you can hardly hear my voice at all. It doesn't matter where in the room I am, how loud, how quiet. Because your conscious mind starts to relax more. Imagining now your feet and your ankles. And as you do, imagining that all those little muscle groups in your feet and your ankles are like pieces of rope or string tied together in hundreds and thousands of knots. And all these knots represent all those stresses, tensions, worries, fears, apprehensions, all the negative things that once used to bother you. All those things that caused that problem that you came here with today and left behind when you entered that door. So on the count of 3, when I clap my hands like this, I'd like you to imagine in your mind's eye, in a way that feels right for you, that all those knots instantly untie and all those ropes instantly become separate, limp, loose, relaxed, so heavy and so tired. 1, relaxing more. 2, in a way that feels right for you. And on 3, just let those knots separate. Limp, loose, relaxed, so heavy, so tired. I don't know whether you want to relax more right now or in a few moments' time. But relax more you will as you allow that image to move to your lower leg area, your knees, and your upper leg area. Seeing all the muscle tension there that you once had associated with this problem, habit, complaint or issue. And realizing right now on the count of 3 that those knots will rapidly untie in your mind's eye in a way that feels right for you, serving as a sign and a signal to leave everything in the past that used to bother you, worry you or concern you. You may not know exactly how you know, but nonetheless, your subconscious knows what it needs to do right now. So 1, the deeper you go, the better you'll feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you go with every breath that you take, every noise that you hear, every word that I say, every thought that you think. 2, those knots starting to rapidly untie. And on 3, just limp, loose, relaxed, so heavy, so tired, so heavy, so tired. I don't know if you become aware of a strange but nice sensation moving from your toes to your feet, to your ankles, to your knees, to your hips. I don't know whether you feel that warmth or that tingliness or that numbness, that coolness in a way that feels right for you, helping you relax more with each second. As that feeling now moves to your hips, your waist, your lower chest area. And it feels so good to be on that path to the happiness, feeling good inside right now that you deserve. So once again, picture all those stresses and all those horrible things from the past disappearing rapidly as those knots untie, allowing you to move forward in a way that's right for you. 2, this final few knots untying, and on 3, choose your powers of intelligence, imagination and concentration. Separate, loose, limp. So loose, so heavy, so tired. It's that feeling of warmth, tingliness, whatever is right for you, continues to move now, up into your shoulders. No noises distract you whatsoever. In fact, any noises merely serve as a sign and a signal to relax more completely with each second that passes by. As you know, you have taken control for yourself. You are in control of your future. Notice how good it feels inside as that feeling starts to flood to your shoulders, your upper chest area, and down your arms, from your shoulders to your elbows, from your elbows to your wrists, from your wrists to your fingertips. All those hundreds and thousands of little muscles. And now it's time to break all those connections. All those things that once used to bother you, worry you or concern you in the past, and move to the future where it feels so good inside. 1, with every breath that you take, every positive thought that you think, every word that I say, every noise that you hear, just serving as a sign and a signal to help you move forward. 2, those knots rapidly untying right now as you relax more. And on 3, just separate, allowing them to become so limp, so loose, so heavy, and so tired. And that feeling now that feels so good in a way that's right for you, moving up into your neck, your jaw, your face, Even your ears, everywhere around your head, and all the way down your spine. There's that feeling, that warmth, that tingliness, whatever's right for you, starts to flood your entire body from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes, down your spine. You realise that this time on the count of 3, not only were those final knots untied, not only will you have broken those final connections to the past, as it once was before you came here today, but also it will instantly be almost as if you become like a loose, limp ragdoll, almost as if you just sort of sink down into that comfortable chair, sinking down, drifting down into the world of your dreams and your imagination. So 1, the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you go with each second that passes by. 2, relaxing more completely right now. On 3, just let yourself go. With every breath that you take from this moment forward, it doesn't matter if I'm talking really rapidly like this. It doesn't matter if I'm talking to you very slowly. Just allow your conscious mind to wander free. It doesn't matter even if you drift off to sleep right now. For I don't know if you want to go into a trance right now or in a few moments' time. But go into a trance you will all the same as you allow your mind to wander free. And your conscious is just going to sleep, relaxing more with every sign and signal. Some of you may find that you're caught in that wonderful, positive, feels so good inside right now image of the best time in your life. It feels so good. Or the image of how you want the best time in your life to be. And just let your conscious continue drifting off in that image. It doesn't matter if you go to sleep and can no longer hear me properly. Because you can trust your subconscious mind. And I'm talking directly to your subconscious from this moment forward. Your conscious can do whatever you want. If you want to, go to sleep. If you want to, relax completely. And that's fine. So I'm talking directly to the subconscious mind from this moment forward. And as I talk directly to your subconscious mind, you came here today and made a promise to yourself. And whilst on occasion in life it may be okay to break the occasional promise to a friend, your subconscious will never allow you to break a promise to yourself. Because your subconscious has to be 100% trustworthy, 100% of the time, to enable that blood to circulate around your body, to enable you to breathe at night without any conscious effort. And so you can rely upon your subconscious to enable you to achieve with the greatest of ease something that you once thought in the past may have been difficult, which today is proving itself ridiculously easy, and that feels so good inside as you relax more. Because I count backwards from 10 down to 1 on each descending number, just serving once again as a sign and a signal to relax more. I'm talking directly to the subconscious mind. As I count backwards from 10 down to 1, I want you to imagine in your mind's eye a staircase, a safe, calm, secure, feels good for you inside right now staircase of relaxation. of protection, of safety. With each count backwards from 10 down to 1, it's just a sign and a signal to amplify those really good feelings inside. And to relax more with each second that passes by. So 10, taking that first step to your new life as the person you have become and will continue to be from this moment forward. Leaving behind the past completely. Leaving behind completely those things that once used to bother you, worry you, or concern you. You may not know how you're able to do this yet, but you know how to do it. You will all the same as you relax more. So 10, starting that journey. 9, another step towards that success, that achievement that will make you feel so proud inside, so confident. 8, notice how much better that feels, taking that step closer to being the person you become and continue to be from this moment forward. 7, realize right now as you relax more that this was the best decision you've ever made in your life to come here today. Making that intelligent decision to leave the past behind once and for all, right now, relaxing more. As on the count of 6, with every breath you take, every noise that you hear, every word that I say, and every thought that you think, just serving as a sign and a signal to relax more completely. Was on 5. Every nerve, fiber, tissue, muscle in your body, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers, becoming so limp, so loose, so relaxed, so heavy, and so tired. 4. Almost there now. Almost there at a time and a place that feels right for you. A time and a place that will enable you to permanently make those changes here today. 3. Almost there now, and notice how good that feels inside. As you notice how good that feels, it just serves as a sign and a signal to relax more. Because you may start to realize right now that you relax more than perhaps you've relaxed more in the past. 2. Almost there now. Almost there into the world of your dreams and your imagination, where everything is possible, achievable, realistic, and instant right now. Deeper, deeper, drifting down, sinking down, feeling so good, so calm, so safe, so secure inside. 1. From this moment forward, I'm talking directly to your subconscious mind, subconscious. As you allow the conscious mind to rest, as you allow the conscious mind to drift off completely, sinking down, drifting down, feeling so good, sign and a signal to relax more right now. So limp, so loose, so relaxed. Subconscious, I'd like you to notice that in your mind's eye in the background, you're becoming aware in a way that feels right for you of a lovely warm comfortable, relaxing, calm, safe, secure, double bed. Nothing bothers you, nothing worries you, nothing concerns you as it once did in the past. And just take a few moments in your mind's eye to start to walk towards that bed of security, confidence, calmness. And imagine yourself right now climbing inside that bed, snuggling up. Oh, it's so comfy. It's almost as if you can feel yourself sinking down into that lovely, warm, comfortable bed right now, relaxing. Laying your head down on those lovely, fluffy, or whatever's right for you, pillows, and then closing your eyes. Taking that final good night yawn. And going to sleep. Drifting off to sleep. Sinking down to sleep, feeling so good, so calm, so relaxed, so safe and secure. And as you sleep deeply and soundly, you start to dream of things in your mind's eye. And the first dream you become aware of is that you see yourself in a classroom. But this is a calm, safe and secure classroom. Nothing like when you were at school. This is how it would be in an ideal world. And you're all there alone, safe, feeling good inside right now. Just take a look around that classroom in your mind's eye and notice that there's a blackboard there. And written on this blackboard in chalk is your surname. Your second name is written on that blackboard in chalk. And I'd like you to imagine in your mind's eye walking towards that blackboard. And as you do, it's quite strange to realise right now that that's sort of a sign and a signal of how you used to be in the past. When this thing used to bother you or worry you. It almost makes you smile to think of how this thing held you back for so long and how you made that decision today to do the right thing. Imagine walking towards the blackboard and picking up the duster or the board rubber or using your hand, whatever's right for you. And slowly, starting with the last letter, the one furthest in the past, when things used to bother you, worry you or concern you. Just rub that away. Let it just erase. Let those problems melt away, fade away, disappear right now, gone completely. And then just rub away the next letter, and the next one. And as you rub away each letter, just allow it to be a sign and a signal of all those connections to the thing that you had in mind before you came here today as having gone right now. Completely faded away, melted away, drifting away, sinking down, drifting down. Notice how good that feels inside. See that blank canvas in front of you. That you can do whatever you want in a way that's right for you right now. To continue being the person you've become and will continue to be from this moment forward. As you relax more completely with each second that passes by, Everything I suggest to you now, subconscious, I'd like you to remember permanently, completely. And allow it to become amplified each second of each minute of each hour, week, month and year from this moment forward. So those things that once used to bother, worry or concern, you will no longer allow to affect you. As you relax more, I'd like you to imagine now, as you walk around inside your mind, that you can see in the distance a television set, a TV screen. And I'd like you to walk towards this, but as you do, take a few moments to notice that on this television screen is an image of yourself as you once were in the past, when you used to be bothered, worried, concerned. When you used to be affected by this thing. You'll notice as you get closer to that television screen, so it becomes closer to you, it becomes brighter, it becomes louder, how sort of uncomfortable that makes you feel inside. It's almost like a pain, it's almost like a... it's whatever you feel, but it's bad. You don't want that anymore. You don't want to return to where you once were in the past. So imagine turning down the brightness on the television set. Turning down the brightness so that image fades away, melts away, disappears, gone completely, until you get a blank picture. But you can still hear that ding. It still feels that little bit bad inside. It's better, but it's still... So imagine turning down the volume. Hear it becoming quieter. Much calmer. Oh, that's so good. More relaxing. More safe. More pleasant. In a way that feels right for you. And now just imagine turning down all the other dials on the television, so that image is gone completely, right now. Realizing, as you relax more, that as you continue to move towards the perfect you, the person you have become and continue to be from this moment forward, you need to ensure that this can never come back. So I'd like you to imagine turning the television set off. So it's no longer got any electric. It's no longer got any power over you as it once did. It no longer bothers you, worries you or concerns you. In fact, it starts to serve as a sign and a signal of that wonderful sense of achievement inside. Makes you feel good to know you said goodbye to the past. Now walk forward and imagine unplugging that television set from the wall. Removing it completely. Disconnecting it from the past. And as you do, notice how good that feels. How proud that makes you feel inside. How calm, safe, secure. How in control you've become. And you are in control. So take control right now. And in a way that feels right for you, destroy that television set. Some people imagine setting it on fire. Some people imagine smashing it up. Other people imagine blowing it up. Whatever's right for you, Lord, and as you do, take pleasure in that. as you destroy it and say goodbye. Take pleasure in that. Notice how good it feels. Notice how proud that makes you feel inside. Almost as if every nerve, fibre, tissue and muscle in your body, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers, is being invaded in a positive way. Flooded with feel-good chemicals right now. Feel-good energy. As you relax more and realise that something you once thought may have been difficult in the past to achieve is proving itself so ridiculously easy. As you relax more with every breath that you take, every noise that you hear, every word that I say, every thought that you think, that image fades away completely right now, and you start to notice that you can see a television set. But only a faded memory. So just take a few moments to take a nice deep breath in. As you do, that image fades away completely. Gone completely. And when you know, in a way that feels right for you, that that's gone completely and can never return, can never bother you, worry you or concern you as it once did, just let yourself relax more right now. And notice that the image you start to see now is a full-length mirror. But this is a really nice mirror. This is calm, safe and secure. Even if you don't normally like mirrors, this one you really want to look into. It's big, it's bright, it's got such a lovely frame, it's whatever feels right for you. And I'd like you to walk towards that, and as you do, you notice how good that makes you feel inside right now, because you can see, suddenly you realise you're seeing an image of yourself as you've now become, and as you continue to be from this moment forward. An image of the perfect you. An image of you, the person that's left behind those things that once used to bother you, worry you or concern you. Notice how good that feels, to feel proud inside. What a sense of inner strength, achievement, feeling good right now that gives you. And as you do walk closer towards that mirror, and as you walk closer towards the mirror, it feels even more positive inside, growing stronger, feeling good. As you get closer to that mirror, you feel so proud, you feel invincible, ready to move forward in life. And reach out to that mirror. Touch the reality, your new reality. And as you do, you notice that this is a magic mirror. And your fingers start to melt into the mirror. Because this is like Alice in Wonderland, the magic looking glass. And you realise that you can start to walk toward this mirror and step inside. So in a way that feels right for you. Just allow yourself to imagine stepping into that mirror. Stepping into your new, bright, positive, feels so good right now future. As the person you have become and continue to be from this moment forward. These wonderful feelings, just growing stronger with each second of each minute, hour, week, month and year from this moment forward. Flooding your body from tip to toe in a way that makes this successful for you here today. And as you realise you're inside that mirror, looking out at the past as it once was, it's almost as if it just brings a little sort of sense of pride, but a little smile to your face almost, to look out through that mirror and think, not only have I left that all behind, but blimey, why did it take me so long to get to where you are right now, relaxing more? and you realise that it's almost as if you've stepped into a suit of armour inside that mirror, and you never want to leave that behind. For all these positive changes are permanent, locked, safely, positively, within you right now, realising as you relax more that you won't know how you know, but you know that you need to smash that mirror from the inside so that you will be locked, glued, welded, cemented permanently in all those positive things, enabling you to continue being the person you become and will continue to be from this moment forward. And notice how good that feels. Notice how proud that makes you feel. From the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. Just relaxing more with each second that passes by. As you relax more, you realise we're almost at the end of our journey. You've almost reached that place. The new you, the real you, the in control you. So as you allow that image of the mirror to fade away completely, remaining permanently positively, safely, within your subconscious mind, serving as an automatic reflex action, as a sign and a signal to you of how much you've achieved and continue to achieve from this moment forward. As you relax more with every breath that you take, every noise that you hear, every word that I say, every thought that you think, allow you to imagine now that you can see another image starting to appear in your mind. And this is it's a weird image, but a nice weird. It feels good. It feels positive. And it looks a bit like a ruler or a thermometer. It's like a measuring stick filled with mercury, and it's got numbers on it from 0 at the bottom to 100 at the top. And 100% is the best it ever could be. The best it is right now. From 0 to 100. And I want you to imagine rising up, feeling good inside, that mercury is starting to rise up. And as it rises up higher, up the numbers 10, 20, 30. So you realise this represents all the confidence, willpower, self-esteem, feeling good inside right now that you will need to achieve whatever you want to achieve in your life with the greatest of ease. 40, 50 as that mercury rises, so those feelings amplify inside you, feeling so good, so proud, all that willpower, knowing you've got all that willpower, whenever you need it, that your mind will draw upon as an automatic reflex action, so that things that once used to bother you, worry you, or concern you, no longer affect you as they once did in the past. All the confidence you need, so you can continue with your life and achieve whatever you want to achieve with the greatest of ease. All that self-esteem, feeling good about yourself. And just get it to 100%. And the moment it gets to 100%, and it feels right for you, it feels perfect, you know within yourself, you've left that past behind permanently right now. You know within yourself as you relax more. How good you feel right now about the person you have become and continue to be. So I'd like you to fix, lock, glue, weld, cement or bond, or just basically fix in place that mercury at 100%. Some people staple gun it, some glue it, some weld it, some nail it in place. It doesn't matter, whatever's right for you. Lock it, glue it, weld it, cement it, permanently in place. Notice how good that feels to have that security within you right now. That willpower, that self-confidence, self-esteem, everything you need within you that your subconscious mind can draw upon as an automatic reflex action whenever you need to, without any conscious effort. Because you made a promise to yourself before you came here today, and your subconscious mind will never allow you to break a promise to yourself. It has to be relied upon 1,000,000% to enable the blood to circulate around your body, to enable you to breathe at night without any conscious effort. So you know within yourself right now how good it feels to know. As you notice in your mind's eye, that measuring stick starts to fade away. You don't know exactly where in your subconscious mind it's going. But your subconscious can be trusted to file it, to put it safe, to protect it, to keep it somewhere so it's there forevermore, growing stronger with each second of each minute of each hour, week, month and year from this moment forward. Enabling you to achieve whatever you want to achieve with the greatest of ease. So that it almost brings a smile to your face to realise right now that something you once thought may have been difficult in the past has proved itself so ridiculously easy. And finally, as you relax more, subconscious, I'd like you to think of that time in your life when you felt confident, calm, relaxed, safe, secure, in control. That time in your life when you felt you could achieve whatever you wanted to achieve. That time when you felt invincible. Or if you need to, imagine what that would feel like. Imagine the perfect situation becoming reality right now. And notice how good that feels. Make the image big and bright. Bring it closer into you, and as you do notice how good it feels, turn the volume up. Imagine now it's turning 3D. The images are jumping out at you. You realise you're inside that. You're part of that. It's part of you. It always has been. It always will be. Just now you know it's there. And as you allow that image to become really big and bright, the volume to get loud, it's almost deafening, but not in a bad way, in a way that's really good. I'd like you to take your thumb and your fingertip, and whichever hand feels right for you. And on the count of 3, just press your fingertip against the tip of your thumb. Squeeze it together. And make your ring of confidence. And as you do, realise as a sign and a signal that the moment you press that finger and thumb together, those images in your mind, those positive things grow stronger, grow brighter, get louder, come closer towards you, become part of them right now. So press your finger and thumb together. 1, 2, 3, press your finger and thumb together. Make that ring of confidence. Make that ring of confidence. Press your finger and thumb together. Make that ring of confidence. Press it together. Harder, harder. Press it together, but it feels so good. Brighter. More confident, amplified, louder, feels good inside. Notice how good you feel. Notice how proud you feel inside. And then just let that finger and thumb go. And relax more. And realise, as you relax more, with each second that passes by, if ever you should encounter in your life any problem, any worry, any concern, any issue, or anything that bothers you, and if ever you need that little bit of an extra boost to make you feel good inside, to give you back all that control that you've now got over yourself, all that confidence, willpower, self-esteem, all you'll need to do is press your finger and your thumb tip together and make your ring of confidence, and instantly your body will be flooded from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers with all that positivity, all that energy, all that self-control, all that confidence, all that willpower. Everything that you need is within you right now, and you could draw upon it as an automatic reflex action whenever you need to. So good. And as you relax more, in a few moments' time, I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And when I do, when and only when I say the number 10, then and only then you'll find that you can open your eyes and you'll discover that you are the real you, calm, relaxed, confident, in control. And that something you once thought in the past may have been difficult to achieve has proved itself so ridiculously easy, it's almost laughable. But it makes you feel good inside to know you've taken control and moved forward. But before we do that, I'd just like you to press your finger and thumb tip together again. Make that ring of confidence. Press it together, and notice the harder you press it together, the better you feel. The more those wonderful feel-good feelings inside start to flood your body from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. All that willpower, confidence, self-esteem, feeling good inside right now, in control. It's there whenever you need it, and then just let that finger and thumb go. And relax. Go, the better you'll feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you'll go with every breath you take, every noise you hear, every word I say, every single thing I've suggested to you. It doesn't matter if you cannot consciously remember everything I've said. One. In a few moments' time, when I awaken you, you're going to awaken with an inner warm glow of confidence, a renewed optimism to life, a more positive attitude to get things done. 2. It's almost as if right now you realise how much better you feel, because it's almost as if all those stresses, tensions, worries, fears and apprehensions of minutes, hours, weeks, months and years gone by have left your mind, have left your body right now, gone completely. Feels so good. 3. Notice, feeling so good, realising that you'll awaken each morning from here on in, feeling so in control, feeling so proud about yourself, feeling so, happy, content, relaxed. 4. Just take a few moments to thank your subconscious mind for allowing you to make these changes here today. It may seem daft to thank the subconscious, but it's helped you get through your life. So literally, say to yourself in your mind's eye 3 times, thank you, subconscious, for allowing me to make these positive changes. And say it a 2nd time. And finally a 3rd time. Yeah, that's good. 5. Lighter and brighter. It's almost as if every muscle, nerve, fibre and tissue in your body, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers, is being washed with pure spring water. Re-energizing, refreshing, cleansing, removing all negatives completely, permanently, right now, realizing the count of 6. Feeling so good inside, you're starting to come back into the room, that's good. 7 and 8. Everything I've said remaining with you in your subconscious mind. Everything that you intelligently and correctly and perfectly visualized, imagined and experienced becoming permanent within. 9. Realizing that all those positive changes are permanently locked, glued, welded, cemented into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind can be relied upon 1,000,000%. Just take a few moments now to take a few nice deep breaths. And as you do, it's a sign and a signal that normal sensibilities are starting to return to your body, into your muscles, starting to feel good. And on 10, when you're ready, you can just open your eyes. When you're ready, you can just open your eyes. And although it's only 20 past 11 on my watch, 10 minutes before the normal brew break time, to allow people that need to go to the toilet, to allow people to get some fresh air, and if you need to, pop to the loo and wash your face, because sometimes you can feel a little bit tired when you come round. We're going to have a break now, so can we back in here, please? Absolute latest, 11:45, please, back in here. Thank you very much. Well, give yourself a round of applause. You can say it without